Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm giving you my first impressions on the new Natasha Denona Foundation X. If you do want to see a review and a demo, please keep watching. I first saw this foundation at Sephora.com and it was in their just arrived section, and you know me, I'm always looking in what's new at Sephora. And I saw this, but the color range was so weird. Everything was orange tone and I was like, wait a second, not everybody is orange. So currently I'm on Sephora.com and you can see this is the foundation right here. This shade comes in 10 different shades. So this is the first shade here. It's number 10, Neutral Fair. This is suitable for all undertones. Then we have light beige, yellow undertones. And this is where it gets a little bit tricky, the next couple of shades. So number 30 is light medium orange undertone. Who has an orange undertone? And then the next one is neutral light, medium red undertone. Then we have medium yellow undertone. Then we have medium red undertone, number 45. Number 48 is medium yellow orange undertone. I don't know who has a yellow orange undertone. That's probably 10% of the people. Then we have number 50, which is medium orange undertone. Number 70, medium dark orange undertone. I haven't met a medium skin dark girl who has an orange undertone. No. And then this is the shade that I have, number 75, dark yellow olive undertone. I want to see if this foundation works with my skin tone. And there's only a few left at Sephora, but luckily I picked up mine. And number 90, dark orange yellow undertone. Do you guys see this? Everything is orange based. I have no idea why, but for this foundation I thought it was quite tricky to find my color. So I don't know, I want to test out this foundation live for you guys and we can see what my first impressions are. This right here is the foundation. This is in the shade number 75, which is the one that I picked up that has the dark olive undertones. So hopefully this does match my skin type. These two are amazing. They are my holy grail moisturizer and primer because they work well for my skin type. So it does come with a pump, Foundation X Full Coverage Fruit Complex. Never looks thick, dry, or cakey on the skin. The full coverage foundation is infused with special ingredients that help balance the T-zone area and absorb excess oils on the skin. It's formulated to support anti-aging, and its purification properties help defend against pollution. This is definitely a bold claim to make, that it states that it has a full coverage foundation that never looks thick, dry, or cakey on the skin. So I'm definitely going to test this out to see how it wears throughout the day, but I don't know, do you guys want me to do a wear throughout the day? I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wear this foundation throughout the day. I'll give you my first impression and then of course I'll review it for one whole day and I'll tell you guys how it is, like always. And it says it's formulated without parabens, sulfates, and this product is also cruelty free. It does retail for $45 at Sephora.com, just so you guys know. So I'm going to pump some out the back of my hand. Okay, this is, let's just take a little bit. Let's see how this blends. Using my beauty blender to blend this out on my skin. Ooh, it might be a little too dark. But you know, they have the 10 shades, which probably is not going to work for everyone. And a lot of people are going to have a hard time matching themselves. But let's see. Okay. This is a close-up right here of what the foundation looks like on the back of my hand. It does match my skin type really well. Well, my arm at least. This is without it and this is with it. Looks good. A little bit on the back of my hand and dot it all over my face. I like how full coverage this is. Like on my hand, it definitely covered. So if a product like this claims to be full coverage, that means I don't have to use a lot, which is good. So we're just going to blend this out with my beauty blender. So first impression, this is a full coverage foundation. I really like how it did cover up my problematic areas. I'm going to zoom you guys in for a closer look so you guys can see what is going on my face. You guys are zoomed all the way in and you guys can see how well this foundation did cover up some of my problematic areas. On this side of my face there isn't much redness, and of course on my forehead I have a couple of pimples there as well. that covered it quite nicely. So I definitely want to see how this foundation does wear throughout the day. I will be doing a couple of check-ins throughout the day to see how this foundation does wear, and I will check back in with you guys a little bit later on, and I will see you then. Hey guys, so I've worn the Natasha Denona foundation for a couple of hours now, and I'm going to zoom you guys in for a closer look on how the foundation wore throughout the day. The foundation lasted quite a long time, which I didn't really expect, and I feel like the foundation did really hold up. It didn't sink into my fine lines, it didn't wrinkle up, and it especially did not even cake up, which I'm super impressed by. So I'm really excited to test out this foundation throughout the entire week for you guys to see what my final thoughts are. I will check back in with you guys at the end of the night. Guys, so it's the end of the night and the foundation did last a really long time on my skin. I am really impressed with the Natasha Denona foundation. I didn't really expect it to last throughout the entire day, but it really did, and I'm super impressed. I'm going to zoom you guys in for a closer look, and then we are going to do our first blotting. You guys are zoomed all the way in. My matte liquid lipstick has completely rubbed off while I was eating. It is a little bit shiny than expected, because normally by the end of the night I'm a little bit greasy, but this foundation did last a pretty long time on me, I think. I really like this foundation. So let's take a little toilet paper here, and we're going to blot for the first time. My nose is where I'm the oiliest. A little bit of the foundation did come off on the little tissue paper, but not too bad. I am a little bit less shinier than before I blotted, which I think I would definitely blot throughout the day while using this foundation for this week. But so far so good. I can't wait for you guys to see what my thoughts are by the end of the week, so I will see you guys then. The best way that I like to apply the Natasha Denona Foundation X foundation is with these two primers. Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer, the Too Faced Hangover Primer. What I like to do is just take a little bit of the Urban Decay right where my pores are. You're just going to take a little pump like this. You don't even need to add a lot of this primer to your pores because it is going to fill in your pores very quickly, and this is a very thick primer. I'm just going to show you guys how I'm going to apply the Urban Decay primer to fill in my pores using this little amount just for each section. So you're just going to tap it into your skin. It is going to turn a white color. That's perfectly fine as long as it is going to fill in the pores. So I don't mind the white. But you see right here, it should be like a white texture. Once I have that white texture, I know that my pores are filled. I'm going to do the same thing for the other side of my face. I want to use a tapping motion to tap in the primer. You don't just want to spread it around, otherwise it's not going to apply as well. I'm just going to apply a little bit more on the nose area. So now that my pores are filled in with the Urban Decay Complexion Primer, I'm going to use the Too Faced Hangover Primer to prime the rest of my face. This is what my face looks like when it's completely primed. Now I'm just going to take the Natasha Denona Foundation X foundation, apply it to my skin, and then blend it out with my beauty blender. I blended everything in with my damp beauty blender. Everything does seem flawless, and it is full coverage. I have to bake with it. I used my Kat Von D translucent setting powder, and I did set it with my favorite at the moment, Milani setting spray. Now we're just going to jump back in to what my final thoughts were. It's the end of the week of me testing out the Natasha Denona Foundation X foundation, and you know what? I really do like this foundation. Even though there are only 10 shades for the Foundation X, I feel like she might bring out some more shades. Not so much orange shades because online the majority of the shades were orange. I really wish that this foundation would come out in all of the Sephora stores so everybody can test out the different shades to kind of color match them. I'm so glad that the shade number 75 really worked for me with my olive undertone. I feel like this foundation is full coverage. It does last throughout the entire day. If you set this foundation with a good setting powder and a good setting mist, then this foundation will last you the entire day. For the Natasha Denona foundation, you do have to shake well before you do use it, so I do recommend that. And as you guys did see earlier, the two primers that I do use is the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer and the Too Faced Hangover Primer, because this foundation is full coverage. So anytime you do use a full coverage foundation, you want to make sure that you use a hydrating primer. You guys can use any hydrating primer that you like, but so far so good. I really do like this foundation. This is my first time that I tried out the Natasha Denona brand. I really do like this foundation and I definitely would recommend this to you guys. If you guys did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.